A promise to get 1 million new homes built in England between the last election and the next one. The Prime Minister was in Longbridge today reheating that old manifesto adage with new homeowners.
And I saw they've put a village hall in as well. There's sort of Pilates this morning is already in action.
Today the government announced plans to relax planning rules, making it easier to convert empty retail premises like old takeaways and betting shops into flats and houses. Its focus on urban areas is designed to stave off another backbench rebellion from Tory MPs in rural seats, one having already seen the PM shelve plans for mandatory house building targets.
Well, I'm really pleased to confirm that the government is on track to deliver its manifesto commitment of 1 million new homes over this Parliament. That's great news, but we're not going to stop there because we want to make sure everyone who wants to own their own home can do so. But it's important that we do that in the right way, and that means building houses in the right places with the support of local communities, not concreting over the countryside.
Cambridge is the poster child of today's policy launch and test case for the fight on the Prime Minister's hands. The Housing Secretary says a new super squad of Whitehall planners will be parachuted here to draw up plans for 250,000 homes by 2040, which came as news to its Lib Dem council leader. When did you find out about this?
The first formal contact we had with ministers was this morning about Hobble State. This morning. It's really unclear to us how many houses, where they might be. All of that stuff is just totally uncertain. It's very, very unclear.
But it's opposition from his own Conservative MP that could prove the biggest roadblock.
The main issue is the one of water, that we've run out of water already. It's a real environmental threat. It will cause massive environmental damage. Cambridge is one of the most rapidly growing cities. And in fact, house building is going to double over the next 20 years compared to the last 20 years under existing plans. So we need more housing, but it can't all be in South Cambridgeshire.
The government says it's committed to getting 300,000 new homes built each year by the mid-2020s. That's a number that no government has got near over the past 20 years. The latest official figures for the year to March 2022 show that about 230,000 new homes were built in England. The number of affordable homes in that total was just under 60,000, but fewer than 8,000 of those were for social rent. Another 27,000 were for the affordable rental market, with rents capped at 80% of what the private sector charges. But with rents hitting record highs just last week, there are fears affordable housing projects are becoming affordable in name only. Today, Labour called for the government to release its impact assessment on the effect of scrapping local housing targets in England. But while this morning the PM dismissed top-down directives, the Housing Secretary insisted nothing had changed.
You've just said that you stand by your commitment to build 300,000 homes by the mid-2020s. The Levelling Up Committee says that that's almost impossible given you've now dropped that mandatory target. Is it not the case that the numbers simply don't add up?
We haven't dropped the 300,000 target. There are specific changes that we've made to the way in which local plans will be adopted, but we haven't altered the 300,000 target. It's a conclusion that people have drawn erroneously, if I can put it politely.
The urgency to build and build fast is felt nowhere more keenly than by the 1.2 million families on the waiting list for properties and 100,000 in temporary accommodation. But it's not just the planning, but the politics of bricks and mortar that slows the whole process down.